Alright, hey guys, we are live from Brojo for another episode of the Roshan Bros News. I am Kia, not Keith, and I am here today with... You go first. And
I'm Eli.
Yeah, you don't have a funny title like you usually do?
No, it makes me sad. I have to go first. Some real bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. And we have our B team here.
Madison!
Yeah.
Hi! Yeah, it's me, Mad Dog. Pretty entertaining, I think.
It's okay, Madison. It's your first time, don't worry.
Don't talk to me.
That's okay. No, so... what we usually do in the beginning is, if there's any pop culture thing that you've finished that you're interested in talking about, or whatever, we can bring it up. Anybody? Before I go, Eli, did you watch anything enjoyable or...
I bought, played, and finished Brutal Legend.
That's a video game, we'll talk about that later. But,
fuck you, that's pop culture. Get out of here.
Besides that, have you, seen it?
Piece of shit.
Fuck you! We have a format, Eli. We've been doing this format for 6 months now.
Well.
No, I don't really watch shows.
You didn't watch any, Netflix shows? You haven't even have you caught up on Luke Cage yet?
No, fuck no.
Eli, catch up on Luke Cage so I can talk to you about Luke Cage.
Don't you have anyone else to talk to about black people stuff? It's pretty much Luke Cage.
What about you, Maddie? Have you seen anything, watched anything, TV-wise or media-wise?
I watched The Office for the first time 2 weeks ago, and I haven't stopped since. So yeah, that's been my life.
You're one of those
for the past 2
people.
weeks. Everybody else has all these memes I just don't understand, and I'm like, I gotta understand the memes. I gotta research this shit, so I'm watching The Office, and I'm on season 5 right now.
Can I just ask, I don't think I've ever heard a sane person ever say, I have to understand where these memes come from. I need to watch these.
I am the meme lord. Everybody respects my memes and follows me because of my memes. So I gotta keep track. This is
That's
my
weird.
life.
That's weird.
Memes
your
are
life
life.
is keeping track of memes.
Memes are life. I have to share the memes. I have to understand the memes.
Do you predict what the next meme's gonna be, or do you just go with the flow?
Nah, I just be with the meme and I go with the flow. You know?
Oh shit. Well, I saw Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom, and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Pretty good.
I'm surprised no one wanted to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh no, I took my girlfriend when she was in town.
Fuck you, Ken.
Yeah.
Not good enough for you?
No.
Piece of shit.
No, I took my girlfriend. We went to a nice dinner and a movie, and it was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it was worth it. It's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. Have you seen it?
No. I mean, the first Ant-Man, I really just,
I recommend it. I really love.
You're the only one.
The first Ant-Man is one of my favorite Marvel movies. I think it's funnier than Guardians of the Galaxy. I legit do.
I think it's better than Thor Ragnarok, and that's a really low bar for me.
Fuck you, Thor Ragnarok is a good movie.
I loved it. Okay, when I thought about Jurassic World 2, though, that was, the plot was kind of stupid. We're gonna, weaponize these dinosaurs. Just like they did in the last,
hasn't been up in
movie
the plot
2.
of just all of them.
I'm sitting there literally, they're all just trying to weaponize the dinosaurs. Find something new to do with the dinosaurs.
There's not but that's the thing. The ending makes no sense though either. It's the fuck are they gonna do now?
Now it's actually gonna be a real Jurassic World. That's where the title comes in. It's a Jurassic World now, not a Jurassic Park. So now it's gonna be back in the Stone Age. Everybody's gonna be trying to.
I don't think they're we're still gonna have cars now.
Well, yeah,
in the Stone Age with 50 cows.
But basically,
Tanks.
but with guns and stuff.
But that's the thing.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't think a dinosaur can withstand a ballistic tank blast.
Laser-guided missiles
they've
to kill
lasted
them
this
from
long.
distance.
If they can last this long with all the shit they went through.
They got fucked up by that volcano. There's no way.
Oh my god.
No, in the
movie?
there's a volcano. That scene is dumb. That scene is dumb. That scene is bullshit.
I fucking cried.
That scene is bullshit.
The freaking long neck dinosaur. He's crying and the lava's coming at him and can't save him and I'm sitting there bawling my fucking eyes out.
Fucking evolved tear ducts all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This is the two reactions. Britt and I went to go see that. Britt is borderline tears. I'm laughing to close to tears. Not at her, at the fucking scene. Because I'm I know what this is supposed to be doing. But this is how much of an asshole I am.
It's the Land Before Time all over again. I'm just no, Littlefoot
I like legit like I hate that like that movie was trash. Dude, Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom was trash, and like the whole like cloning subplot and everything like that was like weird. Yeah, just not.
I had to look back and I'm like, is she supposed to be like a clone of like the older kid in the last movies? Because I'm like trying to look and I'm like, no. And then I just didn't get what the. I thought this whole thing was connected, but apparently it's all separate. And
yeah, and I thought
honestly.
The guy who was the bad guy was just a shit bad guy too. Like he was really just there for filler.
Mm.
And like that one guy who I thought was gonna be the main villain was the reason why the main monster got out. I'm like, that's your fucking fault. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, like I knew exactly who the bad guys were as soon as I saw them. I'm like, yep, that guy is the villain there, and yep, that kid's gonna be the hero of them all, and
Chris Pratt's gonna be handsome.
Yeah, Chris Pratt's gonna be handsome like usual.
Now we're gonna run straight into the trailers, and the first trailer is Goblin Slayer. It's an anime.
Yeah.
And I knew Eli wasn't gonna, either way if Eli didn't watch the trailers, he'd see this. But the reason I think you would have enjoyed it is because it's supposed to be reminiscent of a D&D game. With the titular Goblin Slayer.
You see, I thought it was based off the book.
It's a light novel, yeah. But the light novel plays out like a D&D game. Like, they go through rigorous tasks and everything. And without picture, it's our D&D games without us making fun of Alabama.
See, I'm not like I'm really not a big fan of like action anime like shows. Like I'm more of you know what I mean.
Yeah, you like Ouran High School.
Ouran High School Horror Story.
Yes,
like the romance anime is what I'm really into. But I'm like the action one. It's just like I want to like enjoy the art of the anime. You know when they do like the cherry blossom.
But that's the thing. Like I think this is really good art animation for that action anime thing. I don't know. I think this is on my radar just because it just looks very interesting to me. The only other medieval anime I do like is Berserk, and it's got that kind of like vibe to it, but it's more anime with the anime girls, and it doesn't look as realistic. So Eli is again just, I'm out. I don't like Berserk because it looks gritty and real.
Right? Like Berserk. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
No, that's what I mean. Like, I say, I was like, it's like Berserk, and I saw you like, okay. I was like, but with like more anime-looking people, I was like, never mind. It's too Japanesey for me.
In reality, I just want more drifters, and that's it. I want all other animes to stop and just make drifters.
I agree with you. I really do want drifters to come back. Then we go to Summer of '84.
Oh.
And
I have a lot to say about
Okay,
this.
go on. No.
Okay, Summer '84. The most cliche movie that we've had these past few, like, years. Okay, it's literally exactly like Goonies, Stranger Things, It. Literally every middle school aged boy on a bike movie. Like
doing weird things like, hey, you wanna go ride?
Like, let's go like solve this murder mystery while, the FBI could just fuck off. And then they've got a chubby kid. They have that one perfect girl that's gotta be one of the guys. Literally just like every other cliche 80s movie. I'm sitting there like, did they really gotta be like this? We had Stranger Things not too long ago. They don't need to make, like, maybe if Stranger Things didn't exist now and they made that movie, people would be like all over it. But since everybody's like,
see, I think, but that's
docking
the thing.
out over
I
that
think that's where
show.
you're hitting it wrong. It came, this kind of like 80s nostalgia came out before Stranger Things. Actually came out.
No, it did, but it didn't come back for a while until the new It movie and the Stranger Things.
Right, but like I feel like the movie Super 8 that came out like years ago kicked off this kind of 80s nostalgia. Like that Spielberg-esque thing, and I think for me, I don't believe, like, I say this now like I'm like, the 80s, why are we doing this? Like, everything has been 80s dominated. Like, I think the only reason why Ready Player One ever came out was because Stranger Things was so good. They're like, well, everyone's digging this 80s shit.
Everybody's,
And like, for me, I'm just
but that
like...
was kind of on its own, though. Because it wasn't like a huge, group of middle school age boys doing
Ready Player One?
Ready Player One was
But it was very 80s centric, though. And this
was.
is where I stand. Like, it's like, we're just mining that 80s nostalgia. And like, 10 years from now, like when people like our age come into making movies, they'll be like, we're just gonna mine the 90s and stuff. Do you remember Will Smith and like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Well, I do.
I wish I didn't.
Like, yeah, I understand
go back
that.
to clean rep.
Like, I understand.
I'm gonna take it to the dance.
You know, but I feel like it should have its own uniqueness to it. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna have a little bit of difference to it, but I'm like, do something like
but that's
a
the thing,
little
like,
different.
I don't believe, like, I believe with this, it's hard to do that kind of stuff, and I think it's because there's no such thing as an original idea, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has done everything.
Yeah, but
And
it's
like-
like they took all of the 80s cliches from every like 80s show, 80s movie, put it all together into one and made it Summer 84. I mean, just look at the name, Summer 84.
Yeah.
But
It definitely brings it up. Then we go into Castle Rock, and this show is not what I'm really excited about. I think it's a really dumb. I think it looks really dumb, but you seemed really into it, and I don't understand why.
I live for creepy shows. It's just like I love psych horror, you know. I love the actors in this show. I love Hulu in general, so I'm like, I will definitely be putting this on my list. Like, I need to know more about it, though. You know, I mean,
It's based off of like all of Stephen King's
Yeah,
work.
yeah, I
Like,
love
it started
Stephen
with
King,
like
too.
Shawshank. He's stuck in Shawshank, like the Shawshank Redemption. It's got the guy who played Pennywise in it.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is weird, and it also has the black kid
Like-
from it. If you looked at it, he's also in
Yeah,
that show.
yeah.
So that's different. Like, I don't know if they'll do a callback. They're
I
obviously
think-
not intertwined.
It'll be interesting, just because it's got newer actors in it, and then
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely gonna be like a must see for me anyway. If you're not into creepy shows, and it's not really gonna be for you, it's gonna be like, it's kind of like Bates Motel in a way, and you know, American Horror Story is its own thing.
I think
But-
Bates Motel was good the first season, and then it got
Yeah,
dumb.
it got kind of dumb
It got
later
dumb.
on. I loved the first season.
I think the first season went its own thing, and then it knew it
Once
had
he
to,
starts
like,
transitioning into
yeah.
like
It knew it had
his
to
mother.
become. It knew it had to become what Psycho is. So like, I think that's what ruined it.
They kind of had to end it, yeah.
Then we go to Better Call Saul. I know you didn't see this trailer, Eli, but it is coming out. It's one of your favorite shows. Breaking Bad spin-off show.
I thought Breaking Bad was okay.
Oh, I thought you really liked it. It's
It was
John
alright.
that really liked Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
no.
Well, it's season
all
4.
white people look alike to you. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
season 4. They're hinting that they're finally gonna combine the Breaking Bad storyline with the Better Call Saul stuff, so that's interesting. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I'm not that excited for it. Like, I've just never been a big I was not a big Breaking Bad fan. Everyone really, really liked it. I was not on that hype train.
I'm the same way. There was like 2 like shows that everybody was obsessed over. There was either the Walking Dead fan or there was the Breaking Bad fan. I mean, I guess you'd have a little bit of both, but there was just like either or.
Yeah.
You know, you were obsessed with Breaking Bad or you were obsessed with the other one. But no, I mean, I never really got into Better Call Saul. I mean, it's probably something that's going to be like The Office, where, like, you know, once everybody else is done watching it, I'll finally, like, binge watch it or something on Netflix.
Have you watched
But-
Parks and Rec? I totally forgot to ask that.
Oh my god, I've seen every single episode. Yeah,
but you've
like,
never
they
seen
said
The Office? That's
But like,
weird.
no, I was like a Parks and Rec person, and so like
I've
they
seen
have
Parks
a
and
lot
Rec
of
and
the.
never seen The Office.
See?
Really?
Yeah,
How the
like,
fuck does that happen?
You're
Like,
either a
Well,
Parks
see,
and Rec person or the Office person.
People tell me to
but-
watch The Office, and then I watch it, and I'm like, oh, this is
I
bad.
know.
I'm not watching
It took
this.
me forever to get into it because I tried to watch it since everybody was like, "Oh my god, you gotta watch it," and it just took me forever to get into it. And then when I finally started watching like 5 episodes at a time, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta watch more." But
Alright.
it's hard to get into.
Then we go to Who Is America. This is the Sacha Baron Cohen show.
So
Where
stupid.
okay, no. So do you know what he does in this? He disguises himself just like in Borat and Bruno. This is like all live, and he disguises himself as another person, and gets people's reactions. He like in a news article, he's tricked Sarah Palin. He disguised himself as a wounded war veteran, asking Sarah Palin these like legit questions, like they signed waivers so they can use her face and everything. So he does the same thing. He does social political commentary by doing this, like having people. It's like when the reporters of the Daily Show go out to those rallies and ask them questions like, "Do you really think we need Space Force?" And they're like, "Yeah," but they're like, but NASA does their space stuff. Yeah, but Trump won't hide anything from us.
So it's like a social experiment just out in the real world with like America.
I think this is an interesting thing. I think this could be an interesting show. Because this would not be the first time Donald Trump has threatened Sacha Baron Cohen. So Sacha Baron Cohen did a thing with Donald Trump where he was dressed as Ali G, and Donald Trump did not know anything about it. And afterwards, when they showed his face and him looking like a dumbass, he like threatened to beat the shit out of Sacha Baron Cohen and things like that. So I'm like, this could either go really good or really bad, and like I really hope it goes good because I really like Sacha Baron Cohen, and I really like when he does like the Ali G show, Bruno, and Borat, because it was like legit people thinking this stuff, and it's like legit people's thoughts.
You know,
and it's the same thing with the Daily Show, though.
I feel like Donald Trump's gonna get thrown so much shade in that show then.
Most likely.
Which is probably gonna be a fun, like entertaining, because that's what people have been feeding off of lately. Is just
I just
Trump shade.
I don't know if it's just Trump shade, but it's just like what I don't know if I feed off it, but it's like it's weird to see statistics of things that like I always thought was a joke, like we should bomb Agrabah, ha 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 ha, and then like 50% of people believe we should bomb the fictional Disney city of Agrabah, and I'm just like, oh man, things that were like legitimate jokes from like South Park and stuff are like becoming real life, and so like it's hard when people on the internet can share a meme that's really fake and false.
And then it ends up being true.
And not even true. It's like people will just believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Like the mass memification of stuff is that like, did you know Hillary eats babies and stuff? And people are like, see, she's the worst. And like, but it's all this thing. And it's weird to me to see this. And it's also weird to me. It's like, I don't have any, like, we try not to talk political views. But like, it's weird to me to see like people on, the conservative side, after Samantha Bee called Ivanka Trump the C word, have them being like, she has no class, she's a terrible person, and like you see the shirts that they're fucking wearing during the election.
Oh my
and stuff
god,
like
yeah.
that.
And then like when it flips around, you know, people are like, oh my god, you know, suck it up, don't be a baby, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's just the internet is so gullible these days. People on the internet are so gullible. People believe anything.
It's always this big thing that I always talk about when we talk about like reading articles and things like that, is that like, because last week Eli wasn't here, but we talked about like how the medical journal put gaming addiction as a legit addiction in the medical disease journal, and like all these video gamers were up in arms. They're like, well, we play
fucking Fortnite.
Fortnite.
We play video games and stuff. Fuck you. We do all this stuff, but it's like this is for like people who are legitly addicted. There's a difference. But that, like, one person was like, there's not porn addiction. It's like porn addiction is labeled under sex addiction. Yeah, this labeled under sex addiction was like, but that's different. But that's the thing, like, I always have to repeat myself. Read before you say shit. Like, if it is something as detrimental as, like, something about politics, before you share it, read it.
It's not the American spirit.
I feel like everybody's done that at least once. They've shared something that they haven't read, and then like it ends up being false, and you're kind of like, I was gonna delete this.
No, but or they'll just argue it and say it's real.
Oh my god,
I fucking had that.
They know it's wrong, but they're gonna argue just to make themselves look smarter.
So just
sounds like something I'd do.
Just read, like, my biggest advice to everyone: research before you share it. Like, you can share like articles about. Like, if you think the earth is flat, fucking share it. Just have fucking cite your sources.
Oh my god.
I'm just a big believer in citing sources.
Flat earthers.
If you are gonna believe the earth is flat, Australia doesn't exist, cite your sources. Just cite them.
Give me a map of the hollow earth. Exactly where the reptiles live. I need this information.
Then we go to Extinction with Michael Pena, and this is a weird Netflix movie. Which I don't understand why Netflix has to make weird movies.
Honestly, it's very like cinematographic for it being a Netflix movie.
It's
they
put
a lot of money
into
budget,
yeah.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into that shit.
I'm not for it though.
Yeah.
I think it looks dumb.
I mean, I think I'm gonna watch it anyway, just because Netflix has lame shit on it half the time. So I'm just like, I'll watch it if I'm bored.
No, that's
I hope it's an alien movie, but I really hope Because, you know, in most alien movies, they just go straight up to aliens and action. You know,
Right.
I want the build-up. I want, like, you know how, like, in the middle, like, in the beginning of the trailer, he's, like, starting to see things. You know, I want to see a lot of that in the movie.
Or do
And
you think
then
that
it
there will
builds
be a
up
lot
to
of
the
build-up, or do
aliens?
you think that it'll go straight to the aliens? It'll be like a 5-minute scene.
It's
of them doing
Netflix, so it'll probably go straight to the aliens. But I really hope, if they do it well, I really hope they do a build-up to it, because we know it's an alien movie. We know there's gonna be aliens, but, like, I just want to see, like, you know, how they discover it, how things happened before. Just, like, the shit that goes down with him, anyway,
Right.
and his family. Like, you gotta build a good... If you want a good movie, you gotta build a good story, like, a good, you know, background. And a lot of action movies don't do that, which is why I'm not really, you know, not a big fan. But
Then we go to Goosebumps 2!
Oh, yeah.
I'm so not excited for this.
It's gonna be such a shitty sequel.
They open up a book, and the R.L. Stenhouse from Goosebumps 1 is apparently abandoned.
See, if my man Jack Black's not in it, I will be pissed.
He's voicing Slappy, that's all he's doing,
That's
I
it.
think, yeah.
He's my man. He's my husband.
I don't get why people like Jack Black either. I know
it's
you...
just-
I like Jack Black
It's his
because I like
confidence.
Tenacious D.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, Tenacious D. That's
I
like
just-
the main.
This movie looks dumb, and it just doesn't look... It looks like a legit cash grab.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like-
thinking. The cash grab.
They're like, over 62 books, 4 million copies sold. I'm like, yeah, but it's not part of this bullshit.
Well, they didn't even have all of, like, the ghosts and characters in the first one. They only had, like, a few, like, maybe just a few.
Well, they showed all of them,
Not
but they, like, did not, like,
Give them,
focus on them all.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably what they're gonna do in the second movie is move on to different characters. I don't know, because I saw the Yeti or whatever in
Yeah.
the second trailer too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
stop with the Yeti.
never-
There's so many other characters.
I never read the books.
Oh, I love the books. I was
As a kid, I was like, no, this is bullshit. I'm reading
Love
something else.
the
Why
Goosebumps
was
kid.
it bullshit? Were you just like, I don't like ghosts, it's weird, I'm dumb?
I mean, I'm not a fan of like any scary horror type shit.
What? It's like all
boring
I
to
am.
me.
It's my entire like identity.
Why
so.
is horror boring to you? Like, does horror, like, because I know Zach gets scared very easily. Like, we will sit and watch creepypastas, and he'll be like, we need to turn this off or I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm like,
That is.
alright, bitch. Because we were watching something on the Kappa the other night, and he's like, man, I can't watch this, this freaks me out. I'm like, it's a literal turtle demon that just sucks your soul out of
Zach,
your
it's
butthole.
okay. They're only in Japan.
Like, I was like raised on like Texas
only kill
Chainsaw.
Yeah, but why are you, like, not, like, is it just because it's, like, what makes horror boring to you?
They're never realistic problems. I'm not scared of some man with a chainsaw who's 8 feet tall bursting into my house.
But you hear that stuff all the time on like the news, you know? Like,
Yeah, but they're not
somebody,
8 foot tall. They're just, like, they're,
They're
like,
like
5
8
foot
foot tall
7,
with a
pimply, and didn't get
demon's
invited
soul.
to the prom. Like, that's literally, like, what I...
See, we should really be scared of angsty teenagers. That's
You
what
should
you're
really
trying
be
to
scared
say.
of white dudes on the internet that are in the Incelibic forums.
Oh god, yeah.
Definitely most terrifying
That's
people.
probably a van coming through my house is more likely.
Yeah. Just because I said something about the incelibates, I'll probably, like, if I write incels, they're gonna be like, stupid Chad. I'm like, I'm not a Chad. I'm just like you guys.
I'm Asian. Those things don't work.
Yeah. Was it Chad and Stacy's, right? They're...
It's Chad and Stacy.
God damn it. So, then we go into Jack Ryan, which is Jim Halper from The Office doing
Jim
action
Halpert.
shit.
I love him.
Did you ever read any Tom Clancy books?
No.
I didn't know if you were a
Wait.
Tom Clancy reader.
No.
No, that's right. Zach reads a lot of those military stuff too.
Really?
Yeah, Zach reads a lot of books by Bill O'Reilly, like the assassination of Lincoln and stuff. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, and he did the assassination of Kennedy. And Zach's like, I was like, you know, Bill O'Reilly's a sex offender. He's like, I know he's a sex offender, but I think he's a really good writer. I'm like, no,
That's fair.
he's subpar. No.
It's Jim. He's fighting for his Pam, you know.
He's not fighting for Pam.
He's
You gotta stop
fighting
doing
for
that.
Pam.
So basically, I don't know, have you ever seen any of the Jack Ryan movies?
No.
Okay, so he's a secret agent, not secret agent, he's a CIA agent that was originally just a linguistics, and then he got into, like, hardcore spy shit, and now he's that.
I think I actually kind of know what these books were.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Then we go into I Am the Night, which has Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
And he's doing, it's drama. It's a period piece drama.
Yeah, I love historical, like, it's not really historical, but it's like past,
Yeah, it's a period piece.
Yeah, a period piece. I love those. I love those type of movies just because it's like, it's got a lot of, like, soul and, old-fashioned characters in it. That's what I love about it. But, I mean, I'm probably just going to watch it for Chris Pine, to be honest.
Do you think, I don't know, see, but when you say stuff like that, like, it's not me, like, dogging on you as that idea. I think that, like, maybe you're looking at it with rose-colored glasses just because it looks old-timey.
I love it. Better. I just love it.
It's like I feel like you're one of those people who will try to tell me Downtown Abbey is a good show when it's just super shit.
I just like old-timey things, okay? Why are you gonna do...
I know.
Why are you gonna talk on me?
I'm not. It's just like the way you sound, it's like, I'm not dogging at you. We dog on each other all the time on here. We, like, it just, the way you explained that shit made you sound like a pretentious piece of shit. And I was just like, I love the whimsicalness of it.
What you're talking about.
I
mean,
like
everything I said.
And, they're all, like, eye candy. And it's nice. Like, they got beautiful actors. And I'm sorry. But they chose it really well.
It's just any movie.
No, not any movie. Some of them are kind of like, oh.
So, let's go into our movie news. And Reddit, there's a Reddit that, the Reddit of Thanos Did Nothing Wrong has banned half of its members.
Why?
To reminisce of the ending of Infinity Wars where he snaps his fingers. So half of the people have been banned on that Reddit forum and can never come back, apparently, until till Avengers 4 comes out. That's a little weird. But I still think Thanos did something wrong. Instead of, like, making the universe bigger, he's in
Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do to be wrong.
Did you ever watch Avengers 3, or am I...
Me?
Yeah.
No, I never... I mean, I watched Avengers, the first one and the second one, and then, like...
Oh, I just totally ruined the movie for you. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I wasn't planning on watching it anyway. I'm more of a DC person, so...
You're a piece of shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Batman, Suicide Squad.
How's that been going for you?
Not very good.
No, that's what I thought. So, apparently Thanos also killed half the planet. Remember we had this conversation of whether or not he killed half the animals?
Yeah.
He apparently killed half the plants and animals on the planet too, which makes no fucking sense. So it's like every other piece of grass is just destroyed.
He just fucked a lot of species, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of them that don't have more than, like, 3 members.
Yeah. Paul's leaving!
Dead.
Bye, Paul! He was the last Galapagos tortoise.
Jesus.
So, like, if there's only one left of that species, just half of it gone.
You know what the real problem is? They're gonna have so many fucking dust storms because of how many people turn to dust.
Right?
You get a strong gust of wind.
I'll just get hit by my mother.
Right back to the 1930s. Dust Bowl.
Wakanda's gonna be a desert by the end of it. It's just a desert of dead people.
Just like the rest of Africa.
My thing about what he said like, half the plants died too, and I'm like, none of those plants fucking died in Wakanda. They were in a dense-ass jungle. And then they were in a Serengeti grassland. I did not see any bald spots. Fuck you. Like, I hate when people are like, yeah, took out all the plants. I'm like, no, it didn't. There's still a dense jungle. It just took out the rainforest in South America, so we don't fucking see it? Okay, perfect. Blows my mind. But, So, a lot of the X-Men actors are like, I'd love to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's like, it's not gonna happen. Like, once this movie's done, you're gone. It's like, even if unless Dark Phoenix is so good and makes them so much money.
I think they would bring Patrick Stewart back.
He doesn't want to do it either, though.
If he wanted to, I think they would bring him to the
Pretty
MCU.
positive, I think, like, everyone who did shitty in the X-Men movies, like, the guy who played Iceman's like, I'd love to be in the Marvel Cinematic... Like, it's always people who did really... Like, the guy in Fantastic Four is like, I'd love to be a Marvel Cinematic villain. I'm like, nobody wants you. You are shitty Reed Richards. Like, everybody is like, I want to do this. I want to do this.
It's true, though. And even, like, the best characters in X-Men are like, there's so many X-Men movies that are like, no, I'm done.
We talked about this last week, Eli. I sent you the text with Gil and Zach about this. Nicolas Cage is going to be in Spider-Man. into the Spider-Verse. I'm a little pissed off about this.
Oh my god.
He's playing Spider-Man Noir, though, so I hope he just has, like, one line and just is not in the entire movie for the rest of the time. Just to make Gil mad.
Oh, no. He'll be in the movie.
Yeah.
You don't just sign him on and then not use him.
I haven't seen, like, a Nicolas Cage movie since, like... It's been, like, a decade.
Gil swears up and down to me that the second Ghost Rider movie is a good movie. And I rewatched it.
I never watched it.
It is fucking garbage. And like I reiterated my point of why I think it's garbage. Because Ghost Rider doesn't follow his own rules. He's like, when I turn Ghost Rider, my penance stare will just make you all feel guilty. And it doesn't. It just makes like certain people. And then there's one scene where he's just like taking his fire chain and just like doing this, and everyone's turning to ash until one guy he needs to get answers from doesn't. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That one, I can deal with the second one.
Can you really?
Yeah.
And then him
controls the fire.
Him turning every machine he has into like a Hellfire version is straight up dumb to me still.
I think it's badass.
Fuck you. Of course
it's not even the movie. That's just the comics.
So they hired a. They're actually making a Black Widow movie. I had no idea about this.
Yeah. They've been planning that for a little while.
Or
at least it's been rumored.
Yeah, Kate Shortland is going to be directing it. I think this is an interesting thing.
I couldn't give a fuck.
So
I don't understand why you would do Black Widow unless it's going to be a prequel.
I assume it will be.
I hope it's a prequel then. I hope it's just an espionage prequel.
I assume it will be, and it'll probably have Hawkeye in it.
You think they're just going to call it Black Widow and Hawkeye?
And then he'll get his own movie, and he'll have Black Widow in it.
Yeah. They're like the new Ant-Man and Wasp.
I feel like Marvel just wants to like... I feel like Marvel probably just gets a shit ton of money now just because they just keep making movies.
Because they take risks and it actually pays off
like,
for them.
Oh, it's like they just like pick a comic out of like their giant...
But movie-wise...
Fuck out of here.
But movie-wise, but like revenue-wise, it pays off for
them.
What
risks?
They make Thor Ragnarok.
That's not a fucking risk. That was like as cookie cutter as it came. That's
if they're gonna do risks, like pull out like a comic like
Black Panther. Black Panther was a risk.
I don't think Black Panther.
I think Black Panther was a risk.
I feel like it was a good time for Black Panther because everybody's all into the. I'm not even gonna say like into the whole racial like.
Blackness.
Okay,
just.
I'm not gonna say. But it's like
you're trying to save face here, aren't you, Madison? You're like really walking that line. Like, this is like the first fun
everybody's
fact.
into black culture now.
This makes me feel weird because this is the first time where there was more like non-minorities on the podcast. Yeah,
am I a non-minority?
There's more white people than there are colored people on
I
as a woman, she got you there.
Okay, you're right. So
diversity.
You're still the
diversity.
One of these days I'm gonna get rich and then I'll hold all the cards.
So no, I think that this is a good time. I think this is a good idea for them. As in, like, I think I wouldn't have done Black Widow though. I would have done maybe Valkyrie because I thought Valkyrie deserved a movie because she was a badass.
I forgot that character existed.
I liked her a lot. You personally, I know you hate Thor. I know you fucking hate Thor Ragnarok, and I can respect that.
It was a funny movie.
I love it. I think it's on Netflix. I've watched it 3 times, Eli. Is that good? Is that good, Eli?
Is that good?
So good.
You're just a really bad individual.
I saw The Last Jedi again on Netflix.
Just because you're a shit person with shit opinions doesn't mean the things you have opinions about good.
It makes me feel really bad because like last week we spent like 10 minutes talking about how shitty Star Wars fans are, and Jill was just like, I'm just done with Star Wars dudes because it's always just Star Wars fans being assholes. And like this week,
Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. This week was like really good news for Star Wars, and like Gil's not here, and I was like hoping to bring his hopes up, but we're gonna go to the DC news first though. Director James Wan and DC Films Aquaman believes that Marvel Studios' most surprising hits are Thor and Captain America, which I can actually agree with the Captain America one. I think it was super ballsy to put it in that World War II feeling. I had this conversation yesterday with Dan and Linda. We were talking about Marvel movies. And, like, I still think Captain America was, to me, like, they thought it was too rushed, but I really liked it more than I liked everything else besides Iron Man 1. They came out in that first phase.
That's gross.
I didn't like Thor.
Didn't like Iron Man
I like
1.
Thor either.
You didn't like Iron Man 1?
No.
Why?
What happens in that movie, Kian?
He gets his armor. He fights Obadiah Stane, who happens to be a bad guy who also killed his dad.
See, it's a good introduction movie, and it's one of like.
It's a good introduction movie, but I don't like it.
Come on, man.
I think it's an interesting movie. It's like the first. Really?
I like
No.
it. It's
How?
I don't really like any of the. I like the second Iron Man movie, and that's the only one.
Really?
The third one's not
That
very
movie's
good.
fucking trash.
I like Whiplash.
Ugh.
Not movie Whiplash, really. More comic Whiplash.
I was gonna say, how do you like movie Whiplash? He kills himself. For no reason. He could have survived. He's like, nah, fuck you. Like, I'm
Get
gonna
out
set
of
this.
this shitty movie. I'm out of here.
He's like, I'm gonna set this bomb up.
But the third one was bad.
The third one was definitely bad,
You
yeah.
can't dispute that.
I didn't even watch the third one.
So then we go into Wonder Woman 1984. Star Gal Gadot surprised a bunch of Inova Children's Hospital in Virginia in full costume. She stopped by and like said hi to a bunch of cancer patients. I think that's really cool. I like when like people do that when they're the superhero character. I don't know why. They're like filming. They're like, let's stop by this one and just like bring their days up. Like Tom Holland did that, and it was just like watching those videos. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
It's yeah. Tom Holland's a
Yeah,
god.
but kids
though,
like
so.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't-
everybody loves
I
Spider-Man.
don't know any kids that like Wonder Woman.
I mean, it's good for like representing, you know, like
movie?
girls who want to be superheroes. You know, because like there's not really a lot of girl superheroes out there.
Did you want to be Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Madison? Is that what you're
Fuck
I
saying?
mean,
female
I wanted to be
superheroes.
Catwoman because obviously I'm a DC person, so Catwoman was my shit. I mean, even though she's a villain for most of the movies, but
She's based more like an anti-hero than anything
I was
else.
gonna say she's a
I
hero,
don't
but she's
consider
an
her a
anti-hero.
villain at all.
Yeah.
If you fuck Batman and then like steal shit, you're not a villain personally because you got Dick of Justice. So
I loved Catwoman though. She was her own
What?
thing. Like,
Batman's dick is full of justice. So like she can't be evil.
you're horrible.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I
God.
just pulled a John.
Alright, we're just gonna leave now.
No, so then we go into apparently they're changing out Harley Quinn's costume for the Birds of Prey movie, which is fine. I didn't think the booty shorts and baseball tee that cuts off at the belly button was really good, like, I don't know, fighting monster apparel to begin with. Like, everyone else was like bulletproof armor and shit.
No. Captain Boomerang was in regular fucking clothes.
He had a Kevlar vest under his thing.
Slipknot was pretty much just in a climbing harness. Granted, he died anyway. None of them wore helmets. Who the fuck else was even in there?
Deadshot. Steve Trevor.
Steve Trevor.
He was in the military guard.
Oh, I don't-
Katana was wearing like
yeah.
super
Or a
armor.
half mask. That's about it.
She had like armor-esque things.
No, she didn't. Get the fuck out of here.
She did!
How the fuck would it matter if you're wearing bulletproof stuff against fucking alien monsters? It's the real question, Kian.
Fine, whatever. I just thought Harley Quinn's costume in that was stupid, Eli.
I'm not disagree, but
I don't
the
know.
entire movie was stupid, to be fair. It wasn't great.
I really liked the beginning parts of Suicide Squad, but the end was just
I
a
don't.
jumbled mess.
I don't like the beginning.
Like the first 30 minutes of them introducing the criminals, I thought was super
30
interesting.
minutes, it all takes place in 5 minutes.
Like-
Introduce all of the characters in 5 minutes.
You're right. Like I like the little snippets of like what they did. I thought that was interesting because it's like, oh, they are kind of building
Not even
into
all
this
of
DC
them got that.
universe. Yeah. No, Captain Boomerang got it. Harley Quinn and Deadshot, I think, were the only ones that got that, weren't they? Yeah, because the other ones didn't.
Killer Croc had a shitty camera footage of himself, and that was his whole what he's done. It's like, oh, he's just a crocodile man. Makes him
Yeah.
a villain.
But he ate
Fuck
people.
it. Did he?
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
they ever specified that.
Yeah, and so they're also working on an all-female team of superheroes called Birds of Prey that's going to apparently start production after Wonder Woman. So that's going to be weird to me. I don't know if they've deserved the right to make a Birds of Prey movie yet.
I really hope they don't make it like all women power type thing. Like I just want it to be like its own thing. I don't need it to be like like sexism movement. You know.
I don't think it's gonna be a sexism movement. I don't think. Here's the thing. I do not believe that like
it doesn't need to be a feminist movement. Just make it.
I don't think, but like
superheroes.
But that's the thing. Isn't it? Even if they don't, there are people who are already going to jump on it.
They're already jumping on it.
There
are people hearing about it. They're like, whoa, feminism.
They're like, all woman movie. Well, I guess that sucks. That's the thing. They're always going to jump on it. And they're like, it's going to be an all-female Ghostbusters. They said nothing about feminism or anything like that.
Yeah.
The one picture they showed is that showing that percentage-wise production teams are predominantly male, but this production team was predominantly female. But everyone jumped on it.
I think it was because people were just like, why do we need a female version of Ghostbusters? That's probably what people were thinking.
But why does it matter? Why does it matter what it is? What if it's what race? What?
Well, just make it its own movie.
So, it was its own. It was a mediocre movie. I'm not saying it.
But it was kind of a remake.
I kind of wish Ghostbusters did better, because then that would have been in your face. They kind of proved it in the minds of the internet. They were right because the movie was bad. It wasn't like the movie was bad because of the writing and the direction. No, it was because of the women. And that's what most of the internet thinks. But I don't believe just because it's an all-female cast, anything. When someone's like Ocean's 8's all women, people are like, why do they do that? And it was an okay movie.
But that was on its own though, so I feel like
No, it's a sequel to Ocean's 11.
I know.
George Clooney's Sandra Bullock's brother in that movie. But that's what I mean though. No matter what you do, when you put any other kind of minority that isn't a white dude, no offense, Eli.
That's not true. Iron Fist did fucking terrible. People wanted him to be a minority.
But that one's weird. That is the weird anomaly that makes no sense. Where the people who are
No, it's really weird.
Big on change are we need to have him white. We can't have him. He knows kung fu. He's obviously Asian. I'm like,
make him Asian like everyone else.
I was like, no, I'm against that one. No, it just kind of blew my mind though that it is if it's not that same cookie cutter archetype for those action or hero movies, it's this white dude. No offense, Eli. It just people will jump on it. People will jump on it when you try to change it up. In my mind, when you have stuff like that. But who knows? All I know is that this is probably the only one, and I thought Gil was going to be here so I could talk to him about this, but the new Dragon Ball Super movie, it's officially confirmed that Broly is going to be the villain, and I'm a little mad about that.
How?
So, those 3 Broly movies aren't canon, because they were...
Okay, yeah.
Because they're Dragon Ball,
But this one is?
Because it has the Dragon Ball Super tagline in it.
Okay.
And it's legitly written by Toriyama.
So is this at the current point in the timeline?
It is at the current point in the timeline. He's gonna meet Goku and Vegeta during Super Saiyan Blue, which is weird because then that means that Legendary Super Saiyan, if he goes that, is gonna be equivalent to Super Saiyan Blue from what it looks like.
It'll have to be worse. Because didn't they pick the best people from the universe?
Right.
They didn't pick Brawly.
Yeah, but okay, so what had happened with that is that they were too lazy, and Goku's like, well, I know all these fighters on Earth that are really good fighters, and they're like, okay, get those guys.
Too lazy?
Yeah, they only had 2 fucking days to get the people, and the universe is vast.
They're a cosmic power.
And Pierce is like, I'm too lazy to do this. Shin's like, I don't half of our universe is destroyed, so our best bet are all these guys on Earth who have faced people.
And then they brought Frieza back to life, did they not?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Because he's a fucking bad. He's an OP
not
martial
better
artist.
than Brawly.
It's debatable. I think Broly was bullshit.
He is bullshit. That's why he's so good.
Yeah. Broly is utter bullshit, and if they change it
9 feet tall.
The idea is that this Broly is he's more of a primal Saiyan. He's got older looking Saiyan armor, and during like it's kind of like a callback to the original animes when they talked about like how this. Have you gotten to that, or have you?
I'm still in Kai.
Did you go through the Saiyan saga, right, where Raditz fought?
I'm in that, but okay. I know the story pretty decent.
Where Kami was telling Goku how the Saiyans were, and like the Saiyans had like that Tarzan like looking garb, so like he has that kind of thing wrapped around that Saiyan armor.
Okay.
And like which is supposed to be also reminiscent of his like attire in the Broly movies, but he's wearing the Saiyan armor, so I'm really stoked for that. Like I want to see where it comes from. Like, just the only reason I'm stoked is that it's more Dragon Ball Super, and it says it's supposed to like delve into the Saiyan lore, and I love the Saiyans. I don't know why.
That's pretty cool.
They're fucking interesting to me. So Johnny Depp is being sued for allegedly assaulting someone after the location manager on City of Lies says that the actor punched him in the face several times on set.
Yeah, but like, what actor hasn't gotten charged for assault or sexual assault? So I mean, this isn't even new.
This is the second time
Tom Hanks hasn't been charged yet. I'm sure he's done something.
Not yet.
We'll find it.
We'll find it. Some girl will come up and be like, sexual assault? I don't know.
Alright guys, I have this question for you. Guardians of the Galaxy filmmaker James Gunn explains on Twitter that spoilers can't ruin good movies, but they can make the experience different. How do you guys feel about spoilers?
I really don't care.
Okay.
I don't care either.
Because, I focus more on the journey than the destination.
Yeah.
Or I just make fun of it, just like with the whole Thanos thing. That was more just hilarious to me. That it was impactful in how they wanted it to be.
What are the spoilers about again?
No, he says that spoilers don't ruin good movies; they just make the experience different. So, like, is that how you guys feel? Like, I have no problem with spoilers. Like,
no, I couldn't.
Before I watch a movie, I'll read the wiki page and read the ending, and if I think the ending's dumb,
I tend to look up reviews.
Yeah.
See, it really depends on like if I'm really really hyped for this movie. Because if I'm extremely hyped about it, I want to enjoy it as it is without any like feedback or any spoilers. But if it's like something like I'm just going out to watch a movie, I'll research it a little bit and look at the spoilers and see what it's about. Just so I can like predict it, in the theater, like, he's gonna die. I bet he's gonna die. And I'm like, don't talk. And
I don't know. I don't think spoilers ruin it because like to me like it just I think you can go on without it. It's like when like that time the Walking Dead Facebook page fucked up when it said goodbye Beth. After Beth died on that episode, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like, but if you knew it was gonna come, why are you like mad? Because it's like...
That's the other thing is that, half the time you can tell what's gonna happen.
You can, yeah.
Right.
It's going in a whole new direction.
So they changed the ending to Predator, the new Predator movie, because it said it wasn't as popular. And they also said they did reshoots to like connect all the Predator moves together.
Oh.
Which means it connects Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and I really fucking hate it. I don't like Alien vs. Predator, and I hate Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
I hate it all.
Do you not like... You don't like Predator at all?
I've never really seen all that much of it, but no, not really.
What about you? Do you like Aliens or Predators?
Yeah, like I said, I haven't really seen enough of it to really give an opinion.
It's understandable. They're making a live-action Gundam movie, though, guys. Again, this is like the best time for Gil to be here. Gil's not fucking here for me to like explain stuff.
Right back, I just don't care.
Eli, it's Gundams, it's giant robots and swords. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it.
And he left.
I think Gundams. I think this is a great time to be alive. I think like Gundams. I know a lot of people really hated Pacific Rim 2, and I can 100% understand it, but it literally gave you the idea that, yes, you can make a Gundam movie, and yes, it can look good. I don't know if you've seen it.
I know.
Man, you gotta watch some of this stuff. Like, it's really good. So, on the Top Gun, have you ever watched Top Gun?
Like I said, action movies and gun movies,
Top Gun is not an action movie.
Well, it says Top Gun, so I never bothered to even watch it.
Top Gun is an awesome movie about bros and friendship.
See, bros and friendship.
Bros
I'm
and friendship. Top Gun is bros and friendship.
I ain't got bros and I ain't got friends, so it's just gonna make me sadder.
Like, you got me as an acquaintance.
We're not even bros? Come on.
You got me as a okay friend.
Oh, okay.
Like, they hired Miles Teller to be the son of Goose, and
He is such a cutie, yes.
yeah, like,
Pacific Rim is good movies.
yeah.
I don't know what you said.
We're talking about Top Gun now.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they hired Miles Teller, the guy who's the shitty Mr. Fantastic in the new Fantastic Four movie.
He's the one with like the scars on his face, right?
I did not watch it.
He was in Footloose.
When you say new Fantastic Four movie, like when?
2012?
Alright, that's what I thought. I was like, they didn't release a new one, did they?
They're making a RoboCop movie, though, a new one, with the guy who directed District 9, who was supposed... You know he was supposed to direct the Halo movie?
We just had a RoboCop movie not too long ago.
Yeah,
and then, like, remaking it, or are they doing a sequel?
It's a sequel to the old 1980s movies, not to the new one.
Okay. That's different.
That's awesome, though. I hate the new movie.
I liked it.
The movie's fucking dumb.
RoboCop's dumb.
Yeah, RoboCop in general is stupid, but
I completely forgot that movie existed until you brought it up, so...
And Sony is officially moving forward with Zombieland 2 and bringing back Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, and Abigail Breslin. I don't know how you're supposed to fucking do that now, though. They're old.
They are.
Like,
Zombieland was such a short movie that I think people just wanted more of it. Because it was only like, what, like an hour and like 15 minutes?
Zombie
It was
retirement
just short.
home.
What?
It's a zombie retirement home.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be good, but like, yeah, they're like, how are you supposed to explain their age? Like, they've survived this long, I guess.
They still kind of look young. I mean,
I know, but Abigail Breslin was a small child. Now she's
oh,
like legit
true.
your age.
That's true.
What was I say?
She was a kid back then.
Yeah, she is as old as you two are. So.
Yeah, we're pretty young.
Yeah. So. Then Billy D. Williams, the original Lando's coming back to episode 9. Eli, you excited? Lando's back. Did you not like Lando?
I like Lando, but how's he coming back to episode 9?
What?
How's he coming?
He didn't die.
Well, no, but I mean,
You against it?
no, not really.
I feel like you're
I'm
against
just
it. Eli.
curious how they do it. I'm against episode 9. I think it's just only going downhill.
And they're still making the Boba Fett movie, and there's a possibility that Han Solo might show up to spark the original rivalry between Boba Fett and Han Solo. Do you think that could work?
No, I think the original rivalry was he just hated him because he didn't follow the law.
Which makes no sense because he's a bounty hunter and he breaks the law.
Yeah, but it was a whole, like, the ends justify the means type thing.
That's understandable.
Fuck.
So, we got a few last minute things. They're making The Dragon Prince on Netflix, which is from the writers of Avatar The Last Airbender.
I don't care.
Have you been watching The Last Airbender? Bitch, you need to watch it. It's good.
I do need to watch it so I can return them to Zach.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and Ultraman is coming onto Netflix as well, and which makes me excited. It's another one of them Japanesey things that, Eli, you're not going to like. Yeah, so that's been our news. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't also forget to check out other interesting podcasts on Podbean. Have a good night.